We are live. Typical show. Technical difficulties to begin. That is why we are starting a little bit late, but we're gonna get through it. We are trying new things. This show is on a new platform. We are doing Restream instead of Zoom, as you can see in the top left corner, top right corner, up there by Rashanis. Is we're doing Restream, a little bit different, and we are having some technical difficulties that may be worked out by the end of the show or maybe worked out by the next show. But whatever, we got to keep this thing going. We got to keep it moving. I am one of the hosts, IV Produced, and we have Rashanis, we have Symbolic, we have Black Simon, and we are
Yo, yo.
ready. No, we don't. Oh man, what you mean?
He said yo yo, not no we
Oh,
don't, but I
I thought he
heard
said no,
both.
we don't. So, that being said, um, greetings and gratitudes, people. How y'all feeling? Oh wait, well, I mean, I guess everybody kind of did, wave and say what's up. But yeah, greetings and gratitudes, people. How y'all feeling? And if y'all want to say some opening words, feel free. But what y'all grateful for?
Oh man, I guess I'll go first. Hello, everyone. That we trying out something new. That we get to do this every week. That we haven't frozen to death. Yeah,
Oh
there's a
man,
lot to be grateful for.
that's for sure.
Seriously. Yeah.
Black Simon, what you grateful for, big dog?
I can barely hear you guys, but I'm grateful that I can hear you just that little bit. That's what I'm grateful for.
Well, we can hear
And
you well, very well.
Yeah, we can.
yeah, I can't hear you guys at all.
Well, you can
It'll be a
request.
very interesting show on that one.
Cry emoji. Does this thing do emojis?
Not in the actual chat, I believe, but yeah. Symbolic. What you grateful for, big dog?
I am grateful for my people.
Grateful, grateful.
That's what we do.
And me,
Oh,
I'm always grateful for the technology, for the family, both families, On Point family and my biological family. Appreciate coming on the show. Appreciate y'all dealing with my technical difficulties from time to time. We're gonna get this one day. We're gonna have it all figured out, and it's just gonna be 100% smooth. Alrighty then.
wait. Before we move on,
Waiting.
I'd like to also use some gratitude for my one tech friend
Oh man.
and co-host for winning a recent hackathon.
Oh man. Again.
If we had the sound effects, they would go right in there, and we would all be
Yeah,
cheering
yeah.
like balloons and everything. Pop, 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 pop. This guy didn't want a hackathon. It's just like a couple of weeks ago when he was like, "Oh yeah, I did this thing for the Jamaican AI, like
Wait,
real modest,
thing?
like real modest."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What was
So
that? He be sliding the winds in, but we don't take it lightly. Congratulations, friend. I
pre-
see you.
appreciate that. Appreciate that. Real quick, that was just so GitHub, and we're gonna talk about this a little bit. Not next week, but the following week and
Yeah,
during Tech Week.
yeah.
But GitHub released the GitHub Copilot SDK, and they had a hackathon over the weekend that they released it. And so we got Dr. Smart in the chat. Shout out Dr. Smart. Um, and so they had a
Out,
hackathon over
out.
the weekend. I submitted an idea, and it was a winning idea. And so that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Nice to contribute to the open source community and also become familiar with the new development tools that are coming out and because there's a ton of things, and we're going to talk about this in a couple of weeks. We're going to have a jam-packed show for you in a couple of weeks about the tech. So
Oh
we
wait,
have uh-huh
anything else special happening on that Tech Week episode?
oh yeah, we are going to be giving away, not I was about to say probably, but we are going to be having a giveaway. Stay tuned for the next couple of episodes for more details about how to enter, how to win, how to get you a Raspberry Pi. So yeah, look forward to that. We are going to be appreciate you, Dr. Smart. We're going to be giving away a Raspberry Pi 2002, something like that. I can't remember the exact name of it, but yeah. Come, stay tuned for that one. Pretty interesting, and then we'll do some shows that are kind of showing you how to use the thing and how you can, what you can do with it, and things like that.
See how he
But
being modest? He about to pimp that whole thing right on out. About to be having build days up in this boy. We about to be inviting people. What you build? This what I build. Yeah. So it's big things.
Yes. So we will have
What's happening?
we are going to have talk about the sponsor, and we have a little, they got the
We
not a little,
are.
but we'll go ahead and share that web page for the sponsor. Go ahead and give us a word about the sponsor, Rashad.
Oh my gosh. Our sponsor this week is none other than F Coins, the official fantasy sports coin built on the Solana network. So here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen, small farm animals. This is the opportunity for us to get in and hold. This is a Black-owned Bitcoin. It is the official fantasy sports coin, and it has some arms and legs. It's going to take off here soon. I think you should get in while you can. More information about F Coins and how to grab yours on the website at fcoins.com. And should you have questions, you can reach out to them direct, or you can ask me. That's our sponsor.
Yeah. Sponsor. Appreciate that word from our sponsor. So just a moment here. So we're gonna go back. Last week we talked about CES, and we really quickly went through the CES stuff, and so we wanted to kind of go back a little bit and revisit some of the tech that was shown at CES, and I want to talk a little bit, very briefly, about my nose engine. Briefly talk about some of the tech that makes me excited, and us excited, and as well, and also kind of talk about just looking at those things, right? Looking at the things from the CES that were really exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and share my nose is itching. Share my screen one more time. Well, like mad more times before the end of the show. But the things that I am most excited about, unfortunately, so the first device, we'll talk about that in a second. The first device that I'm very excited about is the Asus ROG X Real R1. That is a mouthful, but these are the glasses, the gaming glasses with a 240 hertz refresh rates. That's how many times the screen refreshes. Micro OLED gaming glasses. I've got a couple of different gaming devices. I've got a tablet. I've got an ROG Ally. I don't have a proper gaming PC anymore, because I actually sold it because I'm doing all of my AI stuff, and so I use all of my GPUs for AI processing. More about that during Tech Week. Glad you could catch us too, Dr. Smart. We appreciate you coming through, man. Always appreciate the community coming through and supporting the show. It's really nice. Restream's got I can see the chat right here in the Restream. That's really nice. So I'm not missing messages. And then I can see it from both platforms. We're streaming on Twitch and we're streaming on YouTube right now. So we make some upgrades, made some downgrades in a couple of places, but it's okay. We're gonna get through it, and we're gonna have to have our after show meeting and figure out how to resolve those issues. But I really like.
Well, before you go on, just take a peek at the YouTube and let me know if we're actually on there. We may have a technical thing over there too.
We definitely might, because that's.
I see it.
Good. All right, good.
Yep. So yeah, I'm really excited about these glasses because it puts a huge screen right there in front of your face without actually physically having a huge screen. It reminds me of the Meta Quest a little bit, but obviously we're talking about glasses instead of a full thing on your face. What's up? You want to chime in? You waving at?
Somebody just joined on YouTube.
Oh, true. Yo. So I'm really excited about that. Not sure how much this thing is gonna cost, but not much of an issue. Probably, hopefully it's less than like 500. Otherwise, we might have some issues.
I'm still thinking about those lollipops.
Lollipops are dope. They seem dope. Where is my phone? Cause
it's right there.
that's not it. That's a razor. Where's my? There it is.
Samsung?
So this guy, massively expensive, but what we're talking about here is a phone that folds out into a tablet, and like, I am super like lit for this. I want it. My wife got the Z Fold 7 or 6, I don't know. She got the Z Fold, and I was like, yo, this is dope. This is the first Android phone that makes me want to switch to Android.
Boo.
Really?
Yes.
Boo.
And
did I hear boo?
Yeah. It's the first phone? It's the first phone? Really?
The Z Fold was the first one that made me like, dang, I kind of want to. I kind of want this phone. Like, I don't not just any Android. I want that Android. And so this one, when I found out about this, I was like, all right, Samsung, take my money because I need that. I want the phone that folds out into a full blown tablet. I need it. Like, I need it in my life. Like, and thankfully, it comes out Friday. So I can go and grab one. It's crazy expensive, but you know, I do it in the name of tech. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to getting this phone. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna actually use it as a phone or just as a really cool piece of tech that I'll whip out to show people. Like, boom, I got this Android tablet phone that I don't use because I can't not use an iPhone. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm gonna get one. And then the last thing we wanted to talk about.
Hold on. I just want to just say, you're acting like the Note never came out. That was a phone, mini tablet, touch, teaming up.
I know, there's too many things to talk about.
It is. And I wasn't going to say anything because I'm like, well, maybe the tablet, I could see how it would be sufficient from a developer standpoint. But I'm with Symbolic. Like, the Note was dope.
No.
I mean,
there were so many Android phones.
All right, moving right along. All right,
no, absolutely not. No.
What about the Samsung Dex?
By the way,
so the Samsung Trifold is the first phone that you don't need to plug into an external monitor to use Samsung Dex.
Yeah, see, Samsung Dex was dope.
No,
come on.
Samsung Dex is still a thing. You're talking about like the operating system on Samsung.
Yeah. That's what I mean. You were like, this is the first phone. I'm like, Samsung Dex.
No, it's the first phone that you don't have to connect it to an external monitor to use Dex.
Yeah, I know.
It's right on the the tablet view of it. Any other phone, all the other phones, you have to connect them to an external monitor in order to use Dex.
So if people don't know what Dex is basically you get a full desktop kind of system on.
Dex literally stands for desktop experience.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah,
I've had it for years.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. For a phone, you kind of get like a Windows like environment that you can play with, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's what I want. And it's got a 10-inch tablet, man. 10-inch tablet. I got a phone and an iPad. It's the same device.
Yeah.
I want to time out. What week is it this week?
It's critical thinking.
It's critical thinking
week. All right, we're going to get into that in a minute.
Definitely.
All right, keep it going. I just wanted to say that up at the top. Critical thinking week. We're going to critically think about things that are around us. All right.
Not going to critically think about how Clank is going to clank, but go ahead.
In the last spot, and I'm gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna let Black Simon talk about this one because I've been talking for a while, and y'all know I don't like talking for too long at one time. So, the last spot we're gonna talk about the Boston Dynamics Atlas robot. Why we want to talk about this one, Black Simon?
Because this is kind of like everyone's been watching the Atlas robot go from like staggering tripping to falling to doing backflips. And everyone always wanted to know when the Boston Dynamics robot was going to become an official kind of robot that everyone could kind of use in, of course, industrial situations, and then eventually in the home. So that's an American based company that has been doing robotics for, I want to say decades. I don't. Hopefully someone can correct me, maybe in the chat somewhere. But they've been doing it for a while, and now they finally have partnered with Hyundai, which is kind of an interesting backstory, but we won't get into that. And now Atlas is, they're going to build 30,000 of them in, I believe, Georgia, which, if most people don't remember, Georgia is the factory in the United States. And they're going to build about 30,000 of them to start with for testing. And then we're off to the races. One of the coolest things about Atlas is in that picture you're seeing right there, the head area right there completely comes off, and you can take that, put that on the desk, upload new data to it, and kind of use that almost like a desktop PC and kind of do all the programming. And then you're going to walk over and click it onto the top of the head or body, and there your robot has all the new programming. So they've kind of thought of a lot of things. The other thing is the articulation on this robot is unlike human beings. It is I think they have on every joint, it's 360 degrees of articulation. So unlike a human being, the Atlas robot doesn't need to turn around to pick up something that's behind it. It just swivels its entire upper body and picks up the package or whatever it needs to move and then turns around. So it can do things a lot that human beings can't do. And the other thing is it also can go over and charge itself. So plug in a new battery without a human intervention. And I think the batteries run for about 4 hours before they need to be before it needs to go over and recharge itself.
Wow. 4-hour shifts.
So 24/7 work is coming for robots, and that means human beings need to step up their game. They need to do 30 hours in a day to just be ahead of robots.
Sometimes it's like really hard to believe that we've just been paying to become robots for decades.
I think I'm paying to get replaced by robots, definitely.
Well, I mean, it's a transhumanism joke, but I think we're just becoming one and the same. This is crazy, but I want one.
Yeah, they have not said anything about whether or not they're going to.
Okay, do some chores. Make yourself useful. Shit, it's a bunch of shit to do up in here. Like, yeah, you owe me. I'm a program used to do all the things that I do not want to do.
And I paid like 30 bands for you, so
yeah, no prices on these spots because they are not for anybody yet. But they want to build the first 30,000.
Imagine the enshittification like cycle with these. Like at first they're like, great, sure, and then they slowly start just fucking with you, like, you know.
First of all, there's a show on Netflix about it, and. No. I haven't watched Black Mirror all the way. What's the name of it?
Are you talking about that one show with Millie Bobby Brown in it? And Chris Pratt? I forgot what it was called, but it was like...
This one is Cassandra.
Oh, I don't think I saw that.
Yeah, it's spooky. Real spooky.
But we gotta
we digress, right?
Yes,
yeah.
We have much more to talk about in terms of, we got the What's Up segment next, and the first part of our What's Up segment, I'll give you a little preview.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Give you a little
Let's see. Just give me 1 second, and
there we go.
I was going to say, yeah, it's time for What's Up. What's up? And the first one is cultural, which is Kanye West.
So let me know if the audio is working.
Kanye West took to the Wall Street Journal of all.
Audio working?
Yeah.
Thank God.
I'll go.
Kanye West took to the Wall Street Journal of all places to issue an apology to people for his behavior. And I want to start this video off by saying that I have bipolar disorder. I've had it all my life, and I've been diagnosed and on medication for almost 10 years. I'm not excusing his behavior in any way. Now that that's out the way, for the people that don't watch the entire video, let's get into what this apology said. So in this letter, he explained that a car accident 25 years ago caused a brain injury that went undiagnosed until 2023. He also talked a lot about his bipolar 1 disorder. He said it warped his sense of reality, made him feel powerful, and right during manic episodes when he was actually very, very, very sick. He brought some health statistics up about the illness shortening life expectancy and being as deadly as other major diseases, and he addressed his past behavior and said that he was sorry for using symbols like the swastika. He also apologized to the Black community, calling us his foundation. Now, he also talked about a major 4-month manic episode in early 2025 that led to him hitting rock bottom, and that's what finally pushed him to seek the proper treatment, according to him. He now claims that he is now following a treatment plan of medication and therapy. He did end the letter by saying, quote, "I'm not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I write today simply to ask for your patience and understanding as I find my way home," end quote. Now, do y'all forgive him? Kanye West took to the Wall Street Journal of all places.
That's about it.
Do y'all forgive him?
I did have this question. He posted it in a newspaper. What is it, the Financial Times?
Wall Street Journal.
Wall Street Journal. I'm not trying to say who reads the Wall Street Journal, but as far as I know, that that's not a Black publication.
Oh man.
So that's worth how many points? 20.
So that's my first thing.
Here's the other thing. You know, it's always going to come back to this question: what is real?
Perception.
That part, you know. Kanye.
She's not having it. She's not feeling it.
Well, it's that's what I'm saying. I don't know. Like, here's what I do know. I know he's a Gemini.
To be determined.
I know. I mean, no, seriously. I know he's one hell of an artist. When we think about symbolic, we've talked about this before. Like, when you think about the act of acting and performing, you do become someone else. You take on a persona. So.
Najee in the building. Sorry.
Shout out Najee, fam, home team.
Yeah. So if you just keep going with that, yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
So if you just keep going with that, who knows where you'll end up and where you're going, what you'll say. I'm just saying, like, you're trying to test shit out. Okay, what's going to work now? And it's not, again, sometimes it's a matter of, can you see yourself? And is this really who you want to be? So to catch it, it's great. But is that sincere?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's to be determined if he start tweaking out again. But see, again, like, is it because of his bipolar condition that he starts tweaking out again, or
is this? Here's my question: is this the psychotic slip?
I know, right?
I don't want to make fun of mental health issues,
no,
but
seriously, and that's what I'm saying.
Like, is this him breaking? Is he like now saying that he's a good person, and that's the break? I don't know.
And it's sad because, again, I've heard some things that I didn't even want to hear. Like, wait, what? Somebody drugging him? Like, what's going on? So I
honestly think it's his PR team.
Okay, but that's probably what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I also have written down. Like, you can tell that that's a PR team, where they posted it, how it's written. That don't sound like someone like Kanye who said these things. It sounds like someone wrote that for him.
Because
and he's not shy to be in front of a camera, so.
But see, that might be the good thing, because, you know, when that fool be unscripted, he say all kind of crazy stuff, you know. So I don't know. I feel like the whole PR spin is probably a good thing for him, because when he just goes off the cuff, things go left.
But we're gonna have to close it very soon. We're not gonna talk too long about Kanye, but I just want to add, we had a recent change in tone and, I don't know, heart maybe, through this hard to say sister Candace Owens. And I really, it's like, it may be a good thing for him, Ivy produced, certainly, but is it a good thing for us? So I think being deliberate, determined in terms of what our culture is and how we represent. Nevertheless, as G was saying, as y'all were saying, if it's a mental health slip, then time will tell. What he's really about, he's shown us a certain thing. So maybe even with Candace, maybe time will tell. No. But this whole, I'm a different person today, so give me your money. We really need to, because that's what the PR firms are going to do. That's what popular culture is going to do. They're going to be like, oh, we decided that you are, what did they call us? Urban culture, until we took us so long to say, what the hell? We're not that. And how are you calling us that? And then now they're like, yeah. That's what they do. And then they hook us for another generation. So that's all I want to say is time will tell. I'll leave it at that.
Before we move on, see, Ye has bipolar disorder and needs medication. Candace Owens just does it off the strength of the attention. Okay.
Both have addictions. I mean, you know, and this shit, when you have addictions, will make you do things.
This also might be just typical Kanye. Flip the script, get a lot of attention, release an album.
And we said, okay, so let's move on.
Yes.
Yeah.
On.
I didn't mean to have it that long.
It's all good.
So the next one, I think that's this is about
the X algorithm was
about X. Go ahead.
The X algorithm was just made public, and what we're seeing has been very controversial. Now, even if you don't use X, you should pay attention because how it works could eventually make its way to Instagram, TikTok, and beyond. Now you can ask Grok if your account is being suppressed or amplified, and exactly why. At a glance, it looks like a terrifying violation of our freedom of speech. Let's look at two different profiles. The first is Ryan Grimm, who is a phenomenal independent journalist who writes for Dropsite. He covers everything from the Epstein files to what's happening on the ground in Gaza to all of the ICE activities. Based on his history, he has a list of penalties. His posts are categorized around anti-Zionism, criticism of Israel, conspiracy theories, stereotyping, specifically towards pro-Israeli accounts, and he even has a misinformation tag. Keep in mind, he is a great investigative journalist, surfacing a lot of the truth that others are not covering. He has a list of key violations, according to X, from criticism of AIPAC to even the Israeli operations that have been categorized as a genocide in Gaza. And to top it off, Grok shows him the penalties, everything from visibility reduction to reduced amplification beyond his followers, suppressed search visibility, and a reputation score 65 to 75% below average. In contrast, here is Bill Ackman's algorithm. He is an extremely pro-Israeli billionaire, the one who also just donated to the GoFundMe for the ICE agent who shot Renee Good. And he has an enhanced amplification score of 150 to 200%. And this is from positive things, according to Grok, from topical relevance, alignment with platform trends like anti-Semitism, pro-US policy, and he has no suppression. Fascinating. Censorship in the US is at all-time highs, our freedom of speech is at risk, so I'm on a mission to build the change we need before it's too late. I'm the founder of Interval, where we are highlighting the headlines that are getting suppressed or outright censored. If you're interested in the mission, hop over to interval.news, but also follow along here and on Instagram, maybe on X. TikTok and X are definitely compromised, and as much as I would like to continue covering the ways in which our worldviews are being manipulated today, I don't know if I'll be able to do that for much longer, so I hope I catch you over on Interval. The X algorithm was...
So yeah, it's kind of exposing. It's very interesting that Elon would let all of this go, but, you know.
How?
Let all this information out about his own platform. But yeah, it's looking like people are getting suppressed. Brian Grimm does some excellent reporting. Like, he's a really good journalist, and he's being suppressed. So
I'm being suppressed.
So, but this is overtly. But I remember in the Twitter Spaces days, TikTok. I'm sorry, Twitter was very popular in art circles and just general news and Black people. And I started seeing in some of the circles, like, what do you got to do for the algorithm to pick you up? And to me, that's already where you're lost. It hints to what you're talking about right now, which is people behaving. You're being programmed by the machines. Like, it's completely backwards. So we're not making culture now. We're just doing what the machine, which is controlled by the corporation. Now, that's kind of how economy works anyways with a lot of people. But I would say that's something we have to really think about and push back on.
Facts.
Yeah.
One thing not mentioned is that I believe at this point the entire algorithm is controlled by Grok, which is quite interesting. The algorithm is controlled by AI, and it's open source. And they release, I think they release it, or at least they said they were going to be releasing it every 2 weeks. So that's interesting stuff as well. So it's like we're not only fighting for attention, but like what is put in front of us is determined by AI.
And they also talk about the AI so weird, like, oh, Grok decided that. Very ridiculous. Just like they were saying, oh, well, you can't judge us because it's the system that decided what was going to be on the timelines and all these things. When it's obviously it's the company. They are no longer if that machine is making so many decisions, they should be treated just like broadcasters. But they use the platform to be taken out of the category of being broadcasters. They'll play whichever side, just like freedom of speech. And now they're penalizing your ability for your voice to propagate. Like if they could have just left the timeline chronological, your friends and who likes your stuff, but now they're like, pay me for people to see my message.
Yeah. Rashanis, any thoughts before we move on?
I have so many. Like,
give us like 2, 3.
I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. Number one. Number two, nobody has to care. Like when you have a maniacal plan, like you don't care. So people are going to use it despite it doesn't matter. But this is why I think we push back and say, yeah, this is where we have to get real serious about what we're using. These platforms are using us. So what are we using it for? Are we able to spread our messages at first sight when we see the foolishness according to the insights? We know we're touching people and they're like, no, I didn't see your stuff. Yeah. Do we have to create other means? Shout out to dude who actually did the video because he totally plugged himself. He totally plugged himself. Like, yeah, well, I created this Fifth Element company, right? Because that's where we are. So we've been talking about this. I'm just not surprised.
And by plugged, you mean stuck his neck out.
Well, that, yeah. And, saying, yo, jump ship over here.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Like we should be looking at those. And as you brought up over time, and I've seen both sides of this, but the alternate platforms, the Fediverse, federated, the federated verse, or anyways, those options. The only unfortunate thing, we've tried the black version of Twitter. What's that one called? You remember the one I'm talking?
Huh? Oh, Spill.
Mm-hmm. And I jump on whenever it comes to mind, and it's not bad at all. Shout out to Noir Fest, Noir Press, bigging up the black tech groups that are over there. But I'm just not having conversations. But the same thing goes with Blue Sky. Blue Sky is supposed to be big. Not even Threads, which I have like almost 1,000 people while doing almost nothing on Threads. But it's still like talking to yourself compared with what it was like with Twitter. Well, Twitter's X. So imagine how offended black people must be. Are you G on this? Black Simon. It's reminding me of our good friend from Poland. We're like, have to step away. Can't deal with the racism. So the question is where we draw the line. Rashawn, it's like you mentioned, like, what do we do to be intentional? But then there are these platforms. I feel like a part of it, we need to like set up our little things and just use them how we use them and be okay with it. But if we're expecting that mass, flood of people, I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, it's IRL. They're controlling the narrative, and that's why we have to push back. Okay, so then we just take it off the platforms. Like, this is what we've been going in circles anyway. So I'm just not surprised. But what does this lovely lady have to say? Moving right along.
I think this will lead us directly into our topic of the day. But it is about media literacy. This is a little bit of a longer one, but then we're done with what's up for the day. So whenever you're ready.
One more thing, but yes, go. Let's go.
If you can't boycott because of geographical location or because of money troubles, if you can't donate because of financial stress, if you can't share and repost because of work in school, the one thing that you can always do is make sure that you and the people around you are media literate. The phrase, the revolution will not be televised, doesn't mean that they're not going to be showing the revolution on TV, which, I mean, they probably won't, but it means that the revolution starts in your mind. It starts with challenging those biases and detangling the propaganda that you've been taught your entire life, because those biases and that propaganda that you're leaning into affects the way that you process information in the way that you interpret and engage with news. Why media literacy is so important, because you need to see through this brainwashing that they have been teaching you since you were young. And that's what it is. That's what marketing is. It's brainwashing, and it's learning how to manipulate people's emotions, people's minds, people's decisions. See with the way they're trying to reframe what's happening in Minnesota, what's happening in Palestine, and what happened with Charlie Kirk. Starting that revolution in your mind with media literacy skills is so important, because the first place that they're going to attack and that they've been attacking is your mind. And as soon as you realize that, you'll know how to combat it. The world is built like a marketing campaign. Propaganda is marketing. A marketing campaign contains a purpose and a target audience. And the way that they do this is strategically picking the fonts that they use, the colors, the sources, all to make you do things that they want you to do. A lot of times people don't even know what's happening, so it's really hard to fight against, but you can fight against it. The main way is to be curious and trust yourself. This is why that revolution in your mind matters so much, because you need to be able to detangle what you've already been taught and unlearn it in order to be able to trust your own mind again, trust your own ability to critically engage with information so that you can actually trust the information that you're getting. One way to do this is to not take your information at face value. I have a degree in marketing, so this kind of comes as second nature to me because it's what I have to do in school, but it's really simple for so many people to do. When I'm scrolling, and whether it's on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, a news article, Substack, something from a newspaper, something from a news segment on TV, the first thing I think about is, what is the purpose of this information? What is the purpose of this media? What are they trying to get me to take out of this information and take from this information? And what are they trying to get me to do by giving me this information? I look at the words that they use, the words that they don't use. I look at the source of the information. I look at the timing of the information. I think about all other things that are happening in the world right now and how this information could connect to that. It seems like a lot of work and time that you're convincing yourself right now that you don't have time for. What I want to tell you is, you're either going to pay this tax now, or you're going to pay it later. And if you pay it later, a lot of people are going to get hurt, you included. A way to pay the tax now, something you can do right now in this moment, once you swipe off this video, you can go through your following and really take an audit of who you're following, because those are the people that you're allowing to give information to you and manipulate your brain and move your brain in some way, shape, or form. The way I find trusted sources is people who also provide sources when they're giving you information. They provide other places you can go to get even more information and learn even more. I try to follow people who are reputable, people who are trying to keep me smarter, keep my mind clearer, who are willing to dig deeper, people that encourage me to be more curious. I put 2 accounts in my caption below, one that helps me learn about media literacy and see current events as marketing campaigns and really break down the information that they're trying to tell you, which I think is a perfect account for you to follow if you're just getting into media literacy and you're trying to figure out how it relates to what's going on around you and you want to better understand how to break down the information that you're being given. Another account that I enjoy going to for current news, because they always add sources. They talk about it in a way that's easy to digest, in a way that doesn't have a barrier to entry. It's a way that everyone can access. It's a free resource. They meet me where I am. You're allowing yourself to be manipulated because you don't know any better and you're too lazy to learn any better. It's time to pay that tax. If you can't boycott because of geographical location or because of money troubles, if
Black tax to the second power.
Facts.
We got bars. I
Yeah,
have so much
she's
to say about this, but I'm gonna let you guys go.
Nah, I just wanted to say that like something that I specifically do. I think back to the 2016 election with Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. When I watched the debates, I watched them from two different news networks just to see the difference in reporting. And so that is kind of like a microcosm of how I consume information, and then like how I research information, right? So like I'll go and I'll research something that or like something that I'm trying to like prove, like I'm trying to look something up, right? So I look up or a topic, I'll look up for that topic and against that topic to see both perspectives. I try to do that a lot to kind of get the full picture, because when you have only one perspective, it's a skewed perspective, like just by nature. And so a lot of times when I'm doing research or I'm doing things, I try to feel, okay, is this a good idea? Okay, why is it a good idea? Why is it a bad idea? That kind of thing. And that really helps to create a full picture of what you're trying to understand or what you're trying to do. And I think that directly relates to what she is saying, because especially with the sources, right? Like find sources that are for what you're trying to do or what you're thinking, and sources that are against it as well, because that helps you create a full picture, helps you process and have a full perspective of what you're trying to figure out and what you're trying to understand. And
It's
thoughts.
comprehension. You got to understand it first. I loved it for so many reasons. I've said this before. If I was going to be buried, I would be like, y'all, seriously, put this on my tombstone. Here lies a woman who believed literacy can solve all of humanity's problems. Every single one of them. Every single one.
Facts.
And I say that with so much heart. The other thing that comes immediately after literacy is the language. She just gave us the language. She paired the words perfectly to help us see how this is taking shape in our lives, which it's critical thinking week. This is what we're going to talk about it. Complexity theory, specifically digital complexity theory. She did a really good job of setting this up for us. It's media literacy. Control. The war has always been for consciousness. It's always been for consciousness. That's the real war, right? Just to extract it, to program their bots to do the things. Like this has been a wicked game from day one. You don't own your own mind. I can make you do anything, man. Anything.
And like words matter. Like the word, she said something about pay attention to the words they use and the words they don't use. So key, because words do have value, right? Like
very much so. They're weighted.
The way you say something, like I was telling somebody this a couple of months ago. It's like I really like the English language because like you can send a message within the message that you're saying, just based purely off the word choice you choose, right? Like there's so many different ways to say angry, upset, mad, right? There's many different ways to say happy, elated, right? Like and just the way that you craft your sentences and the way that you say things and speak, man, like it's so important. And it like I said, the message you send tells a message itself. Damn, that's a bar.
No, I was just about to say, like, do you like English because of its structure, or do you like what you give to English?
So, I mean, I specifically am proud of the Black contribution to English language,
come
being
on,
like
man.
the present tense. Clankers be clanking. Like the present tense is probably one of the most, in my opinion, the most significant contributions to the English language. Although it's not necessarily technically proper, it's just so fun. Like right, like just
very much so. It's a culture.
When
That's what we do.
I shut up, but when he gone, I be talking again.
I was gonna ask you what you meant by that. I got you. Because here's the thing. The other thing that there's what's missing, and it's material, possessive. So there's these certain things that what you illustrate is we have to bend. while using this language. We've inserted things. You have patois and people similar. You'll see things that are similar because of the culture that is being integrated. So there are things that are going to be missing. So I wouldn't give as much reverence for the English language as much as clearly it's my first and I would say even my second language. As far as schooling is one of those languages. But I'm like, you can know the language encapsulates what they're about and how our relationship was about what they're about. All right. What's up, Rashada?
You just see how Ivy did that swoosh, and we were all on the couch for a second, and then we just got up and came back to the room. Like,
what kind of couch?
The couch, our green couch in the studio.
Oh, the green couch, not like a psychiatrist couch. Man, just wild.
I mean, that part, but no, I totally feel you. It makes sense. What we have to do is just keep drawing that line and keep making sure that we're on the side that we need to be on, especially when it comes to literacy, media literacy right now, being well informed, doing our own diligence, staying vigilant out here in these streets, man. 40% of the internet is robots now. Like, this shit is wild.
Oh, just on that note, what you just said is that we've just surpassed 51% of bot traffic on the internet now.
Oh my God.
So it's now officially, it was today, I believe.
Oh my.
It means there are now more bots on the internet than actual human beings.
And these bots are making us pay. They own the internet. We paying for the internet. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is a disaster.
Clankers go clank.
I want out.
Saul said dead internet theory in action. Yo, I want to shout out I See Through is in the building. You definitely got to look up I See Through and check out, as someone who's very literate in many senses, check out the art. Very good art. And Nadine at also in the building, Onaji. So shout out everyone in the chat, Dr. Smart, all of y'all.
This is the Onaji y'all be talking about?
Yes.
The Onaji, the only.
My Twitter, my Twitter profile is my Onaji.
Right?
It is. I'm trying
Which
to
is that's a whole other thing with those the PFPs, your profile pic, and people rocking them after 2020. Everyone's about rocking it, but now it's taking on a whole other thing with AI. But we'll get into that certainly in the critical thinking context.
So,
Oh my gosh.
let's talk about it. Critical thinking with complexity theory. I gotta pull up the ticker at the bottom, and then we get it to it.
Okay, did you want to read a little bit of this? Is Jamaica Gleaner has this article called "Education is More Than a Report Card," and it's on topic. I'd love to just have a little touch on that. How are we doing on time?
Yeah, let's talk about it. We got a few minutes. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Okay, and can you put this on screen, Ivy? We got it in the WhatsApp. I just want to read a couple words. And Rashanis, you said you did go through this one too, right? Shout out my mom. I cussed a couple times. I'm like, oh, I sent this link to some fams and so like, no, that, but the shout out to mom who actually shared this with me. Education is more than a report card. Are we ready for me to just read a bit of it?
Yeah.
All right. What do we really mean when we say a child is doing well in school? For many Jamaicans, the answer is passes, grades, subjects, rankings. From the early age, children learn that success is counted, not questioned. How many subjects did you get? How many distinctions? What did you attend? Results become identity, and education becomes a series of hurdles to clear rather than a process of growth. This is not because people do not value education. In fact, we value it deeply. Parents stretch already tight budgets to pay for extra lessons. Teachers work under immense pressure, often with limited resources and overcrowded classrooms. Students carry heavy workloads and even heavier expectations. Yet, despite this collective effort, too many young people leave school unsure how to think independently, adapt to change, and or apply what they have learned beyond an exam. The gap is structural. Jamaica's educational system remains heavily exam driven. Even with reforms, high stakes assessments continue to shape how schools teach and how students see themselves. What will be tested becomes what matters. What cannot easily be measured often gets pushed aside. So really, yeah, this article goes on to really emphasize how, really the process and the different ways that we learn, as opposed to just this exam being at the end of it. This supported learning, reimagining education, does not mean abandoning standards or rejecting exams altogether. Assessment has its place, but exams should support learning, not define it. They should measure development, not limit it. When assessment becomes the destination rather than the tool, education loses its purpose. And yeah, so I would strongly suggest you can hit us up, talkshowonpoint@gmail.com, and we'll send you this, or I'm sure you can find it. Go to Jamaica Cleaner and look around a bit. But yeah, Rashanis, what did
Oh
you
my
think of
goodness.
that?
So, number one, I'm always happy to see us moving the needle when it comes to education. That's the first thing. No, especially when it comes to our children. Number two, I think I'm most excited about the change that we are seeing concurrently in education, especially with preparing our children for the future of work. We're still arguing over foundational literacy when we need to be, having conversations about media literacy, data literacy, AI literacy. Like if I can't get you functional here, then yeah, I'm going to leave you behind. So we're talking about basic education. And that has required for a long time that we look at the developmental, we look at the whole child. We never ask kids, like, what do you want to learn? Like the ways in which school has been structured to do everything but educate is really depressing. So again, I'm happy to hear that right on the cusp of Jamaica having that last tragedy, it's now let's start talking about everything we need to talk about, because the economics influence that. Now the article talked about it, right? Yeah, parents, they get together, they last. And then there's the other dark side of it that you mentioned, like, yeah, back in the day, it was like, you getting that ant meat, you don't get this A, you don't get this B. Like, don't come up in here with that, because it is serious, right? And it's the quality of education. Every single person on the planet deserves that. But those who are quote unquote marginalized and disenfranchised, it's, oh my gosh, we feel so sorry for them. It's like, no, let's just raise the bar. It's not acceptable. These things need to be happening everywhere. So how do we do that? We hold the systems that are building for us accountable for it. And if we can't hold them accountable, we unify and build our own systems for our own children. So I was really happy to read that. And the sister's name was Tiffany. So I was like, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
from like we have to have a more active presence in the children's lives outside of school, kind of teaching them the things that they're not getting in school, so they can understand that it's not just about the test. The tests are, the tests are cool, right? It's cool, whatever. But it's not only about that. It's also about your ability to be creative. It's also about your ability to understand that not everything you're being taught in school is useful information, right? It's not all useless, but not everything is useful, because as soon as you finish the test, you forget about it. How's that Does anybody remember? I mean, we all remember a little bit about, like, for example, it's probably not a good example. I was gonna say the Constitution test, right? Like, we all know the generals of the Constitution, but nobody really knows, like, unless you actually study it a lot, the specifics of the, what's exactly in the Constitution outside of, like, the Bill of Rights. We all know, like, the main things, but like the First, Second Amendment, 13th Amendment, 25th Amendment. Some people may know that, but then, like, what's the 16th Amendment? What's the 15th Amendment? Those nobody really knows those, unless they time out. What's up? Well,
I'm gonna say half of us are in Canada.
right.
You're talking about amendments,
I forgot about
but
that.
we do know of it. It's very much flows, but it doesn't hit the same because we're like, yeah, but we do have a constitution. You have, what was it? The document you just referred to?
The Bill of Rights.
The Bill of Rights. All right.
I don't know how many 13 amendments I think in the Bill of Rights. I don't know. I don't even know myself. Like, I do know the major ones, but it's like that stuff, while it's kind of important, right, to know, it's like we don't really need to know all of them. Like, if you're in government, yes, that makes sense. But, like, if you're not in government, you're not going to government, you don't really need to know all of the amendments.
I hear your points, but listen, I think what I hear your point, and then you need to have, like, legal is we need to have legal peeps that are down, people who do handle that side, but knowing that the legal is just, they put this veneer in order to not be seen as uncivilized, so they can win this tricky way. But then when they don't win that way, they just like, we'll just kill you. Just know this. So
they just don't obey those rules,
or they don't obey those rules.
Absolutely,
they don't acknowledge that But I mean,
absolutely,
yeah.
So it's I mean, and here's the thing. What did Dr. Smart say? Schools having closed-minded ideas. I pitched some coding alternatives to my son's school for free, but they were just okay with the status quo. Which, let's go back around the corner to Ivy's comment. When I said the whole child, we know that the whole child needs to be supported by the whole community. So learning never stops. Ivy is right. It's like school is whack for a lot of kids. It just is. And maybe that's not the place you need to be. Maybe there's a community learning environment that you need to be. So yeah, we have to start looking at this very differently. The community is responsible for ensuring that child is educated. That's how we all continuously educate and stay young and stay vibrant. Like it really is a circular learning economy that we have to create. We have to. Otherwise it's not going to work.
There's a very small basic that I experienced in my lifetime, which is if you're not there at all, it's boring. If you're not in any of the subject matter, which is what happened to us. And then when I realized, I had an elder show me certain things, and I'm like, I only want to learn about our stuff. And then I started learning more about our stuff, and I'm like, that was when that was happening. That means that impacted that. Oh my God, we were there the whole time. All of it, history, that's one subject. So you may be more, you want math stuff, you want more active. There are different ways of learning, but just being not present, it's like, I think probably the exception for you to be like, I just love this history so much that I just don't care if I'm even present, or,
Wait a minute. I think ladies and gentlemen, we just stumbled right into our topic. It's Critical Thinking Week, and we are talking about digital complexity theory. So how do you just fucking culturally erase a whole people? A whole people. That's what we're going to start on tonight. And Symbolic, go ahead and rephrase that answer. How do you just erase people? How do you just take people out of the picture so you cannot see yourself and you'll never question anything? How does that happen? Tell us again.
How does it happen? You mean, how did I see it in my life?
Yeah, for sure.
Like we prepped this, and I'm like, I don't remember that part. No, but is that what you're referring to? Like what?
No, seriously, I do want to talk about it because we're going somewhere. We're in the thick of it. We have about 20 minutes.
Okay, honestly,
maybe.
It's the same thing we see in hip hop, generation after generation. Once you get to certain age, you're like, what? And you can see the rinse and repeat. Like, I'm down. We're gonna do the right thing. Good. You don't have to think about these things anymore. Can I buy that thing you were building? Now you have another generation and even less than you had before, and then it gets Twitterfied style, or just where you time passes and then they just get hostile again. To realize that there's a hostile waves of friendly face and back to hostile. Well, we can see it, whether it's hiding or what. So yeah, that's all I would say is I know that it comes in waves. It comes with a smile. It comes with a Bible. It comes with these things. And then in time, when you put down your guard and you say, I don't need to build, I don't need to anymore, then you find yourself in trouble again. And then another generation has to figure out, nah. And hopefully this will be the last time we always will have our stuff. Anyways, I hope that answered your question, Urshana.
So how did we get here? It did. And I think we have some commentary from Black Simon put together, Notebook LM. We'll drop a little bit in here, a little bit more context, just to bring the conversation almost full circle. And then we're going to continue to talk about it.
1 second.
One.
Done.
Yeah, I got it. It's here.
Playing yet?
I'm about to. I'm about to share it. Right.
Counted to one, and I just asked a question.
Right.
You need some volume? I'm seeing the volume is down at the bottom there. Maybe is that the volume?
Nah, that's not.
No, it's the.
Hold on, I must start to share the audio.
Oh, good. Well, let's do it.
Maybe download it.
While we're getting that sorted, I just want to shout out our.
Oh, y'all can hear it still?
Yeah, but it's sounding weird.
Very.
Is it
No,
slow
wait,
mo?
again. It's crazy.
What does it mean that it sounds weird? Let me try downloading it.
Sounds slow mo, like and
Echoes.
and what? No.
That's on point. That's on point.
On point.
See what I'm saying? We should be recording this. We're losing it right now. Damn it.
It's live and it's being recorded live too.
Oh, you're right. What?
How come? And everyone, are you running everything through an effect by chance? Because everyone's sounding like they're in.
He said, "And the devil is talking."
Negative.
Probably just picking off somebody's microphone.
Oh my gosh! Shout out to the chat. We missed a couple things they said. Don't believe the clip. Yeah, the devil is talking. But wait. Let me go back to this one. What did you get it, Ivy? Don't believe all the clickbait about Claudebot. Fear is a hell of a drug. What?
Claudebot, yeah. I think that's coming.
I mean, there is a bit of exaggeration, but like
y'all have to fill me in. I saw y'all talking about it earlier.
Yeah, so I mean, we go talk about it during Tech Week, but basically, Claudebot is a AI tool that just like has mad powers and can do anything that you want it to do, and including book things for you and spend your money if you allow it to, and it can be very dangerous. If you do it right, then there's not much to worry about. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can ruin your life.
Get your hand out my pocket. Yeah.
So can y'all hear this?
This was a whole moment.
Is that audio good? Or is it still tripping?
No audio now.
Audio now. That is.
Just go by memory.
I'm just recite it.
You listened to it quick, fast, didn't you?
Yeah. All right, this should be better, I think.
Yikes.
No. So,
yeah, that's perfect. No, perfect.
Wait. How many?
Devil is
talking.
I don't know why it is.
It echoes.
And echoes.
And very much reverb.
Let me try this. Let's see. Local video. Yeah, I can handle it. And we're trying something new right now. I don't know how well this is going.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are diving into a really strange paradox of the internet. You know, how this vibrant original...
Other than the echo.
We should just all mute
You
ourselves.
sound like
and-
you have applied an echo effect.
Okay.
It sounds like it. So wait, if we all mute and play that, is it still echoing?
Yeah. I think
Culture gets created and then, almost invisibly, erased. We're going to explore the hidden systems at play when it's an algorithm and not a person that becomes the ultimate tastemaker. So, let's kick things off with a puzzle that honestly seems to defy all logic. Can segregation actually exist without racists? A groundbreaking simulation from way back in the 1970s gave a pretty startling answer, and it holds a really crucial key to understanding our digital world today. And that leads us right into our first section, a seriously mind-bending experiment by an economist named Thomas Schelling. He wanted to see if massive social patterns could emerge not from some grand design or malicious intent, but from countless, tiny, totally innocent-seeming choices. Okay, so picture a perfectly integrated society, just like this. Schelling laid it out using differently colored coins, all mixed up randomly on a checkerboard. Every coin is a person, right? And the squares right around it, well, that's its neighborhood. Now, here's the one simple rule Schelling put in place, and this is key. It's not about hate, it's not about a desire for segregation at all. Each person, each coin, has just a mild preference. They'll only move if they feel like an extreme minority in their immediate little bubble. And the shocking outcome? With just that tiny preference, the entire society rapidly reorganizes itself into these really segregated clusters. And here is the absolute crucial takeaway. In Schelling's own words, society-wide segregation can pop up even if not a single person actually wants it. The pattern isn't a reflection of what individuals want, it's an emergent property of the system itself. It's a really powerful and, unsettling idea that forces us to look beyond just what people intend to do. Schelling's puzzle basically forces us to stop looking at individuals and start looking at the system as a whole. And this is the perfect entry point for our main tool today, complexity theory. So what is complexity theory? Well, you can think of it as the science of surprise. It explains how these leaderless phenomena, like a flock of birds that turns in perfect unison, or a meme that just explodes across the globe, can emerge from really simple local interactions. No one's in charge, yet this coherent pattern just appears. The whole thing becomes something totally different than just its individual parts. And these complex systems all share a few core ideas. First, you've got emergence. That's the bird flock pattern we were just talking about. Then there are feedback loops, which is how a small trend can suddenly snowball into something huge. Self-organization means there's no central planner. The order just kind of bubbles up from the bottom. And non-linearity, well, that's your classic butterfly effect, where one tiny spark can unpredictably cause a massive fire. And this visual really shows just how deeply these systems are embedded in our world. They're all nested inside each other, working on totally different timelines. You've got biological systems, like your own body, operating in milliseconds. Those are nested inside social systems, culture, politics. And all of that is nested inside the much, much slower ecological system of the planet. They're all connected, and they are constantly influencing each other. Okay, so let's take this powerful lens and apply it to our main topic. Culture itself is a perfect example of a complex adaptive system, right? It isn't handed down by some authority, it emerges organically from the bottom up through billions of our daily interactions, the way we talk, the art we make, the stories we share. So now we can use this entire framework to look at a very modern problem. What happens when a rich organic culture, and specifically Black culture, plugs into the incredibly powerful, complex system of the internet? A system that has its own unique and often totally invisible rules. In this digital world, the most powerful player isn't a person. It's the algorithm. And unlike a person, it doesn't care one bit about nuance or history or authenticity. Its goal is brutally, brutally simple. Get the most engagement possible by any means necessary. And this creates a huge conflict. On one side, you have the origin culture. It's rich, it's authentic, it's rooted in a real community. But on the other side, the algorithm spits out what we can call a digital twin. It's a flattened, decontextualized version that's been optimized for everybody to consume. It's profitable, it's super easy to copy, and this is the critical part, it starts to compete with, and sometimes even replace, the original. And here is the painful result of that competition. Because the algorithm values speed and virality way more than it values where something came from, it creates a system that often just erases the very creators who started the trends in the first place, stripping their work of credit, context, and any kind of compensation. But, and this is a really big but, this isn't a one-sided story. People are not just passive victims of some computer code. Communities are organizing and creating powerful feedback loops of their own to fight back against this digital erasure. And look, this isn't just theoretical. We have seen this cycle play out again and again. A dance like Renegade, created by July Harmon, gets appropriated and goes viral without her. But then, that's followed by powerful resistance. In mid-2021, Black TikTok creators actually launched a dance strike, a collective action to protest this exact kind of exploitation. And you have campaigns like #IWannaSeeNome fighting back against biased content rules. These are all conscious efforts to change how the system behaves. So the crucial point here is that this resistance is a strategic move to intervene in the system. By building their own networks, archiving their own history, and using coordinated activism, these communities are creating brand new feedback loops. They are changing the rules of the game from the bottom up, turning celebration and joy into a really powerful form of defiance. And this is where the focus turns right back around to us. Because in a complex system, there's no such thing as a passive observer. Every single user, every click, every share is an interaction that shapes the final outcome. You know, the word complicity itself has its roots in complexity. It literally means to braid together. It's a reminder that we are all woven into this system. Our attention is the currency that the algorithm spends. We are not outside the checkerboard looking in. We are one of the coins on the board. This forces us to ask a really critical question. Remember Schelling's simulation? It wasn't driven by hate, it was driven by a mild preference. Our clicks and our shares are the modern version of that. So every single time we scroll, we have to ask ourselves, is our mild preference for what's easy and viral feeding the authentic origin culture, or are we just amplifying its flattened algorithmic digital twin? Ultimately, protecting the integrity of the origin culture isn't just about giving credit where credit is due. It's about preserving something essential. As W.E.B. Du Bois wrote over a century ago, it's about safeguarding a unique and irreplaceable part of our shared human story. So the final question isn't just about the system, it's about our role in it. Since our small choices create the larger pattern, how will you choose to make sure the real thing doesn't get erased by its digital twin?
Dope talented artists are going to run in a bit.
What did you say, Big Dog? You was muted.
Hmm?
I said,
Well-
what did you say? You were muted.
No. I was muted?
Yeah.
We were all muted.
Oh, okay, because I'm looking at my thing. Like, how could I have been muted? Yo, I was just saying, we're not right away, but we're gonna run Romney. Romney is a dope Ethiopian independent. As you know, we big up. That's part of our. So they go into some things they're gonna get into here. Critical thinking. A part of that is we intentionally make sure we play those indie artists because you know the culture, the hip hop, it's alive. We just have to intentionally decide that we're going to be about it. So yeah, we'll get into this. I'm curious what y'all thought. I took some notes here I'd like to get into, but please go ahead first.
You took some notes from the notebook, LM. Shout out to Black
Nope.
Simon for making the white girl explain all things.
That ain't no girl, man. That ain't no girl. That's a clanker, as you like to say.
No, I'm just saying she did a good job, even though she, you know, like brother said, it was like some parts were a little swanky. But here's the thing: I liked her. I liked the metaphors. I like how she posed the questions. The solutions we need to talk about, and you know, just piggybacking off the media literacy, this right here is affecting us more than we consider. It really is. It's why we've been talking about being more intentional and not letting these platforms use us. Right? They out here. We out here, y'all. Like it's a sister who I'm like, I love her advice. She's giving stock advice. She's giving how to start your business with AI. Like she does the things, man. She got on Instagram the other day and she was like, 11 Labs is looking for us to teach them how to sound like Black people. And I'm just like, no. Why? Like, no, don't do it, man. I get it. And here's the thing. I know we got bills to pay. I know this is how they keep getting us. Well, yeah, let me get that voice real quick and give you $10, $20. Next thing you know, you done sold out. I get it. I understand. But on the same token, it's a no.
I see
It's a no.
IV. It's like a repeat of last time. I'm like, IV, are you gonna rebut that?
I have to.
Can I just say one thing? It's like
It was
Sierra
about to drip
Rose.
off the lips. Yeah.
Sierra Rose. Do you guys know about Sierra Rose?
Negative.
I don't believe so.
Sierra Rose is a Black R&B artist who's a clanker.
Oh, that's her name.
Yeah, the AI artist.
I did hear that name before.
I thought
That's
it
her
was something else. Like because I know Victoria Monet has something because it was one that sounded like her name. It sounded similar to her name and it kind of looked like her a little bit. And she was like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that she's Black. I think that's a very interesting point.
The creator
why
is
a virtual singing artist who has 3 billion streams Black?
If we're talking about the same person,
answer.
I think the creator is Black.
She is.
I was watching this horrible movie. I won't even name it, and the singer is. Turns out it's like a, what's that? Like basically the producer had a bunch of money, made his daughter singing half the movie, and it's all Black stuff. It's all reminiscent. So my point is, like, why it's Black is very obvious. This is what when I keep bringing up every generation, they're like, yeah, and then all not all the supporting, but there's enough supporting people are like, I love you, your music changed my life, and these are like Black people, like but this is all a purchased orchestrated situations. I'm just like, this is horrible, but so yeah, you're gonna make the AI when you have no respect for the human beings that you extract from. So this data enslavement. This is the same person who would have enslaved humans. So we have to be very deliberate and decide what we're really about. So like the way I see it is like we should be like very wary about like if we like engage with this AI music. My easy answer is like no, but I'm like, okay, is there any exception? That's something that we could talk about. But I mean, because here's the thing. Today I had this thing and I wanted to get a quick something sentimental. I knew it's someone who passed, and I'm like typed in Guyanese music and with a soul gospel twist, and like I heard the music like that I could use in their memorial thing. So I'm like, should I not use it? How Ivy
No,
produced this
you
smiling.
should not use it. Absolutely not. You cannot just take this thing that AI made and use it. It's absolutely unacceptable, Somali.
Yeah, it's
absolutely
AI.
unacceptable.
I won't even listen to you on this subject matter. Rashanis, I respect your opinion on this subject matter.
Here, listen. So I don't know that we're necessarily, because we're running out of time. It's like, how do we just get started and run out of time? We may go over. Hopefully people can stay. But here's where, I think I want us to like really, really sit with. Mm-hmm. The complexity theory in and of itself says that the microcosm is real. There are nuances that cannot be captured. They can't be duplicated. I mean, similar to energy in that way. So if that's the case, when we're on, because it's not a philosophical debate about whether we should be on the internet, dancing, singing, doing the whole fucking thing. Like, I get it. That's not the conversation. The conversation is it intentional and is it building something for us? Is it? That's the conversation. If it's building something for us to make us better, to make our children better, our families better, our neighborhoods, communities, this planet better, Okay, then how are we going to do that where we have to account for the information we're inputting? The internet is full of, it's 51% now. I mean, this has been the plan all along. The video that we posted earlier about woke part 2, like all of this paradigm shift is just continuously happen. War, economy, like this is not a new pattern. I guess that's what I'm saying now. So we have the tools to change our reality, especially when it comes to these platforms. We had a recent conversation about being in the bed on WhatsApp. Like we know.
We did know.
We know.
We did.
We know.
But I want to go back to the open 11 labs thing, and it's like complexity theory, right? So I think, and this might not be the right line of thinking, and people might not agree with it, and that's cool. But like, I think we should participate. And the reason why I think we should participate is because if they're willing, well, firstly, if they're willing to pay, obviously, then I think we should participate, or somebody, you know, from the culture should participate and collect those coins. Because if we don't, they're going to do it anyway. And they're going to not put that money back into somebody black's pocket. They're going to just go online or come to our YouTube or our Twitch page, and they're going to sample the voices. And they're going to, it's not a matter of if, it's more of a matter of how and when. So, especially for a big business like 11 Labs, they're going to do it. Best believe they're going to do it. It won't be authentic if we won't help them.
Yeah.
How can you say that with confidence when there's countless hours of us and content?
Because they don't understand it. And I think, sorry, I'm going to interject on this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think they can understand it. Also, what we just kind of learned about complexity theory is that it is a complex system, and it is organic, and it does change. I learned a lot from just kind of putting this together.
That's true.
I didn't know about complexity theory, but from what I'm gathering is that we kind of control the culture. No matter how much they can simulate it, they cannot create the creation.
It's phenomenon. Yeah. It is the exact pushback to science.
And that backlash will reverberate through it. So
for sure. I mean, I'm really, Ivy, I hear you. I do hear you.
I think actually that's perfect, because then we'll know. Like, yeah, that's not it.
Yeah.
Look at hip hop today.
Somebody, I think you muted.
I have a concern, which is that they're moving us into digital spaces in which that's where these tricks are played. So as Rashanis was mentioning earlier, us coming out of those spaces, us valuing things, even the playlists that we like from music, who used to decide what music popped? And sometimes even the labels were trying to exert their pressure, but the DJ would be the DJ, or even the music, the people playing the music would be like, I don't care, I'm going to push this. Then the right people hear it, and regardless of even them trying to not have it move forward, it's like, nah, it's going to happen no matter what. I think that's still there, but my fear, and what I had in one of my notes, is that they're moving us so much to digital and trying to just capture every aspect of our lives in digital, and I think that's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
The digital future is very, very scary, and we are definitely being pushed towards it. You know, with the phones, right? Like Apple Pay and Google Pay. Apple is much better than Google, but it's still not great, right?
Hey, metaverse.
It's
it didn't work, but metaverse. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's conditioning us to kind of like, it's easing us into, because they're talking about digital SSNs, and I'm like, why would you even need a digital SSN? But they're conditioning us, and they're to be able to create more data that can be tracked.
Sorry, explain SSN.
social in the U.S. is a social security number, and so
Gotcha.
like it's basically like your debt identifier. Not it's a little facetious, but it's how you identify yourself, like how you kind of confirm you are who you say you are, type of deal, along with your IDs and things like that. In order
In
to get an
Canada,
ID, you
it's
gotta
a
have an
sin.
SSN. Huh?
SIN.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yikes.
Oh man, it's called a sin.
Yes.
Do tell us what that
That
means, like what
might
that
be
stands
intentional.
for.
Social insurance number.
I don't like that. They don't even need us. They don't realize it because so we got a
Social
comment.
insurance number? I kind of like
Normal
that better than
person.
social security number, though.
I see through said they don't even need us. They don't realize, and they don't realize it because they have all the footage in the world, but it still doesn't pass the smell test. What they don't get is they can't put us into token prediction software. It's also a TIN in the U.S. tax ID number. Yeah.
Which, you know what, in terms of, I was thinking that as Symbolic was talking, and again, I do hear you. You're gonna make the money, they're gonna do it anyway. But it's like, for again, why do you need to do this? Like, why? So when we talk about not needing us, it's for their own intents and purposes. It's probably some malicious shit. That's my biggest concern with it, right? I mean, and I'll tell you how this hits home. So being at home with my mom, taking her to everything. And just shout out to my family. I hope all of y'all in the north right now. I really hope y'all is not like freezing to death, seriously. But
A little bit.
I dropped her off and made sure she was in the house safe and dipped out. And she called me and was like, "Did you just call? Somebody just called and was like, Ma, exactly how you would do it." And I'm like, "No, that wasn't me." And so I got to thinking about, the digital twinning and the cloning and what we always talk about, these sensitive populations that I mean, and these scammers clankers getting clanking. Yeah, it's like, these are the security concerns. So which goes back to our question, which I know our question kind of disappeared because we took screen. But when we are thinking about participating on these platforms, right, and we're thinking about doing it intentionally for our intents and purposes, preserving the culture as best we possibly can, telling the stories, sharing those stories, there has to be something additional, because we have to get to a point where we are taking this serious and saying, you know what, this is complex. We do have needs that we need to address. Those needs need to be addressed in every community. We need to be able to communicate with each other in the event that they fucking satellite go out. Like, these are bigger conversations. And when we're building those systems, when we're thinking about the design of those systems, how can we make sure that we're on the same page, sharing the same values, and building those systems for the right reasons?
So I just had a thought. I know that a lot of these like voice synthesizing softwares, or like the AI software to speech to text, or sorry, text to speech, a lot of them have inaudible artifacts, which means that if you like, essentially basically what it does is like a tag, and it's like they can find out if you're using their free service in a paid way, right? Like some kind of software that can identify those tags, and like an app or something that, when you answer the phone, answer a call, somehow where you can answer the phone, answer a call, and the app can listen in a way, and it can identify if it has those inaudible artifacts that you can say, oh, this is an AI call, or this is an AI voice. I need to write that down and see if I can try to build something like that.
You do, seriously. Dr. Smart said I have code words with my family for those calls. These are the security protocols that we need to think about. And this is to say, let's start really, really balancing this time that we're spending on these platforms, especially as more and more it just comes out like, so this is the algorithm. I'm picking this guy over you. Like, you just keep putting it in my face that I'm competing with robots at this point to talk to my people. Let me be more intentional about talking to my people. By the way, we do this every Wednesday night.
Yep, every Wednesday.
At 9 o'clock p.m. EST. But seriously, building something. We're about to give away some Raspberry Pis. We're about to start getting into the build. These are the things that we should be talking about going forward, y'all. We should really be rethinking sustainability, linking up with each other, taking everything offline, because it's getting more and more complex, and we have to know how to identify each other as humans, how to exchange with each other as humans, how to build with each other as humans. That's where we are.
So I see through made the comment, people still talking on the phone with people they don't know. A robot has no opportunity to talk to me on the phone. Yeah, no, for you and me and everybody on this call, yeah, that's true. But people all the time answer calls that they don't know. I mean,
Robocalls.
I don't answer nobody call. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, I really don't. Like, you gotta call me like 5 times to get to me, or you just gonna have to text me because it's not.
I'm in a hot box, baby.
Yeah, but the older generation, absolutely they do. They'll answer the call.
Yeah.
And the thing will start talking to you. It'll sound like me, but it's like if you know, you know. I mean, yeah, you can tell them to do that, right? But you really gotta kind of do it for them because like they don't really know. And that's the thing. Some people don't have young people to be able to help them to do those things, and so that's also an issue as well. So it's like there's a myriad of reasons why it might happen. We just got to try to figure out a way to kind of reduce it as much as we can. But we do need to continue on and move on. I poor old folks. Facts. We're gonna spin this Ethiopian MC. I don't like saying it that way. The Romney, I think Romney. Yeah. We're gonna spin that, and then we are gonna go ahead and land this plane.
Ethiopian MC.
Romney, the Ethiopian MC.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get that going here. Where is that tab? It's Instagram. Oh man, it's right at the top. So yeah, we gonna spin that.
Shout out to the fam in the chat.
Appreciate y'all in the chat. As I see through Dr. Smart, Onaji, we really appreciate y'all. We gotta check out the Onaji stream sometimes. I think they stream like Wednesday. Is it Wednesdays and Saturdays? I think they stream.
We've been in the house last week.
Yeah, I watched like a little bit. I had to get off.
I gotta speak for myself then, I guess. My bad.
No, you're represented, but yes, you got to too. But we in there.
Facts.
You're represented.
Right. So we gonna spin this Romney. Yeah.
Damn right. This heart of a lion, hustler's mind, never want to waste time. She was my queen, sweet as honey in the comb, but couldn't see the vision, thought I'd always be home. Most potent, most wanted, and never offbeat. Since the moment I started my prowess they seek, I'm planting all those seeds and handling the keys to the game. Raw money is the name, wildcat since I came to the earth through birth from another galaxy. Anything else you might have heard is a total fallacy. The one and the only one to fulfill your fantasy. That I told you from the start, don't ever try to handcuff me. I'm too wild to be tamed, baby.
Oh man,
what happened?
Oh, right.
That's the end of the video.
Okay, Romney's coming on. He's coming on. He's in Ethiopia. He said, "Should I rush this now or we do it later?" I said, "No, we're good. We got Black Network on coming week. When you enjoy your trip and when you get back, we'll have you on the show." So
for sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was dope. I was just trying to get into it, but it's actually good that because we're well over time now. So I see through said mostly Saturdays now. Boss schedule has not allowed for Wednesdays to get back to the full swing of things. So I'll come check y'all out. Well, we'll all come check you out on Saturday. We gotta spread the love, share the love, get some views in there. You know,
thank y'all for being here.
Maybe grab some biddies and throw them up there. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since I threw some bits out there, so I gotta go ahead and get back in the big club. You know what I'm saying? In the big club, we throwing bits in the big club. Yeah. So it's time for the final thoughts. So just so you know, a quick recap, or not really even a recap, but a look ahead. Next month is Black Futures Month, and that means that we are kicking it off right next week with Culture Week. We have made the announcement. We're giving away some Raspberry Pis.
Right. Hey, Ivy, get big.
Get big. My bad. You're right. I gotta. Yeah. So we have Raspberry Pi giveaway. We're gonna probably have either 2 or 4 of those. We have not decided. Probably more because once the ones that we have are gone, we go get some more because we want to get more pie in more people's hands or in their faces. You know what I'm saying? Pie in the face.
Both.
I got you. And so, yes. And then we got Culture Week, and then we have Tech Week. We're going to be building things. I'm going to show you some things that you can do with those Raspberry Pis that you can win. You feel me? And we're going to get more into the building of things because, you know,
Yo,
you got to
IV.
learn how to build. What's up?
That's legitness. That
For real.
Yeah, it was. Ha. We're gonna get our soundboard back up. We tried the new Restream. It was very good in some areas. It was not so good in other areas, but we're gonna get it worked out. And so the last thing before we go is can you can put absolutely you can put claw bot on a pie. And I actually recommend if you're gonna put claw bot on something, put it on something fresh, brand new, and give it its own email address and accounts and things so that, you know what I'm saying, if it gets, you know what I'm saying, if somebody decides to do something crazy with it, then it's not gonna mess you up, right? And so we're gonna also talk about some ways to secure that thing. Better a pie to your computer. You know what I'm saying? Toast that pie, that little $17 pie, and not your $500+ computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so now we got the vibe check. What's the vibe, folks? What's the vibe? We gonna go
It's
in
the
reverse
vibe,
order
y'all.
this time. So I guess last time I was last. So my vibe check is always building, right? I'm building now more than ever. AI has took the training wheels off and allowed me to fly, you know what I'm saying, Superman speed. And so we're building all the time. We're building things. We're always having ideas, and we're cooking. You know what I'm saying? We're constantly cooking, and we're shipping. By shipping, I mean like posting code. I've been on my GitHub. I gotta put more stuff out on GitHub. I've been kind of hoarding a lot of things that I've been working on. I need to spread the love and put some of that stuff back out. But Symbolic, what's the vibe, Jay, big dog?
And the vibe is good. You know, we're taking step by step. Yeah, we have like a hiccup, but we have nice things that are coming together. So keeping it positive because we gotta see the positive. We are taking steps. There are difficult things out there in life, in our day to day, but there's also beauty in all of those things. So the vibe is good.
Black Simon, what is the vibe, sir?
My vibe is it's dope. It's dope. I was actually gonna say I'm gonna say something a little bit about what we were just talking. My vibe is I was thinking while we were having this complexity theory discussion, and my thoughts were, you remember the movie Get Out? It had a lot of resonance for me about the Black community. And Get Out talked about being duplicated, being copied, and being removed from control. And my vibe is I don't want that to happen to me. So that's my vibe. Very protectionistic of, if that's a word, protectionistic.
All words are made up.
Essence.
You're allowed to do that.
Of my community and the people around me. And that's how my vibe is. It's trying to lock it down because they're trying to copy us. They're trying to duplicate us.
Don't feel bad about making stuff up because, you know, everything that we know or that we think we know at some point was made up.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
If you got community, you have the perfect right to make shit up. And it might,
you know what I'm saying? Make it up before the AI do it.
Hey, before we do close, I just want to ask y'all to share what's your vibe in the chat, if you would, please. I see through saying, yo, me too. The bot has helped me to get like 3 to 4 things on my GitHub in the past week. That's
insane.
My goal too.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Fire.
That's really dope.
Right?
Can't wait till we get into Tech Week. I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
I got some things, man. I got some things I'm showing. Like,
I'm gonna have to grab one of those Raspberry Pis. I'm gonna set
and by the way,
run in parallel.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to shout out Black Simon. I'm sure we already did. I think maybe last week, but nevertheless, like as far as getting stuff done, because we really have as an intention to make sure we're not just talking. We're like, what's the action? How do we do something about it? And a part of it is putting all this stuff together. So Ivy produced similarly. I want to give you props, like as far as, you know, some of these things, and you are so gracious as to guide us into learning ourselves and taking steps. So, shout outs to you. And then Rashawn, it's a lot of organization that people wouldn't know about. You came in and breathed some energy.
Man.
And so, yeah.
She got these unorganized fools in line. We got to run a show now. We got everything in one centralized location. We got a Google Drive now. We ain't had none of that stuff. I mean, we did have we were trying to do like a little document where we were keeping things together, but you know what I'm saying? We men, we had to get some feminine energy in here
and I love y'all. Glad to be a part.
To shape things,
like
facts.
Exponential. Oh, more than exponential growth. Now we have something to be protectionistic about.
No, for sure. That part.
There? That's a word now.
That part. You invented? Like, all made up. I just wanted to quickly say, this was a phenomenal conversation. Symbolic shout out to you for shouting out everybody else. I'm super seriously
shouting out people.
That part.
Shout outs to the shout outs
for days. This show can go on forever
because it's part of the vibe. This is what we do. Seriously.
It's all love. I love it.
Shout out Rashawn for shouting me out, for shouting other people out.
Man, I'm telling you, we got tango. So the vibe check is similar. I love that IV produced. Seriously. Is going to be producing some stuff. It's going to be doing some stuff, some DIY. So let's build some stuff, y'all. That was the whole purpose of the conversation today, even though it was short-lived. It's we gotta start building more than we're consuming. We have to. Right? It's undeniable. There's no other way out. Like we have
building
to.
More than
seriously. Yeah. And Black Simon, I refuse to let you turn into a copy. I refuse.
Oh, yo. That makes me feel great.
Oh, man. I see two guys.
I don't want my brain scooped out. I don't want my brain scooped out and the white person stuck inside. No, thank you.
I see throwing an alpha in the chat for the builders. He's giving out all the Chinese plug for the Chinese AI models because, you know what I'm saying, them joints is dumb cheap. Instead of paying $200 a month.
Yes, please.
You can, he said, let me give you the cheat sheet. He said, get the GLM coding plan for Z.AI for $30 a year. You heard that correctly. You heard that correctly.
Damn.
$30.
Yo, my brain replaced year with month. And I didn't realize until you repeated. I was like, wait, what?
You heard that correctly. $30 per year.
Okay.
You can't go wrong with $30 for the whole year.
Yeah, not in America.
He said, I use that and the Minimax.io plan for $100 a year. You heard that correctly. $100 a year. For $130 total, my Claude bot is fully covered by AI without me having to go broke or worry about cost variation. Now, listen, let me tell you guys.
Wow.
Anthropic's models are great, but them models, are very expensive. I think I played around with the Claude API for like an hour or so, and it was like $15.
For an hour?
$15 in like an hour and a half.
That's insane.
With breaks.
Wow.
That's untenable.
And then
AI bubble.
I got the $17 a month thing, and I was like, all right, let's see what this is looking like. And that I used that in like an hour or two. So when my boy says $130 for the year and his Claude bot is fully covered, listen, you are getting a deal because Anthropic's model, if you want to actually be able to do like stuff with it, like more than one project or more than a couple of files, you need to bro in the chat said ni hao.
I just saw that.
Yo, thanks everyone for chilling out with us in the chat, yo. It's been fun. I love it.
Appreciate it.
Hilarious.
Thanks for coming through.
You see this other? Yeah.
Vibe is financial literacy. I built a financial gaming app to educate our people in a program. See, listen, and probably don't know a lick of code, but can Vibe code a financial literacy app?
Yo,
all you have
IV.
to know is what you want to do.
Yo, IV.
Yes, sir.
That's legitness.
That is legitness. Yes. But anyway, folks, we gotta get up out of here. look forward to Tech Week in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna be talking about some of these things. We might have to bring Ozzy through on the show one for one of the Tech
Hell
Weeks.
yeah.
Let
dang.
him rock
Yeah,
out
yeah.
for
Everyone's got to come up.
Whole Onaji family, you know, Dr.
Facts.
Smart. Yo, we got to. And talking about like this app, that's what we need to know about the building we talked about. So, yo, shout out.
I ain't never even heard of Goose. What the hell is that? I gotta
Wait,
look that
what?
up.
Is that a new thing?
He said you can also use those coding plans with Goose, a free AI coding app with the all-black dev relations team.
Oh wow.
Hey, listen, we gonna have to talk about that one.
Yeah, for sure.
But we do gotta get up out of here. Any last words before we end the stream, fam?
Oh man, thanks for everybody for coming through. Mad love to the fam.
Mad love. Really appreciate you, Odyssey, coming through, dropping that alpha, absolute craziness, giving out the keys and the cheat sheets and everything like that. Dr. Smart, we appreciate you. Onaji, we appreciate you. Anybody else is in here?
Just us. All up in here. Shout out to you. If you listen now, if you listen later, no matter where you might be on the globe, enough love, big ups, and respects.